Alright, so this part of this build actually started way back in May. We knew this wasn't going to be a quick project, and yeah, that turned out to be true. The overall condition of the truck was pretty much what we expected. There were a few areas that needed more attention, but nothing shocked us. The plan at this stage was simple. Pull the rear axle, clean everything up, get the suspension where it needed to be. So let's roll back to March and get into it.
Hey guys, what's up? Today it's about to get real. I'm down here hanging out with Scotty, aka Sketchy's Garage. He's over there. I don't know if you can see him or not. So we're going to title this new YouTube channel. I'm joking, but if we did one, we come up with the best name, our next sketchy adventure.
Pretty much.
So today the goal is to give this thing an altitude adjustment, at least in the back, which will be most of the work. So let's get to it. You know, this seems like a lot of work, Scotty.
No, it's not. It's piece of cake.
I don't know who worked on this or put new springs on this with new bolts,
But thank you.
yeah, very much. Like seriously, like.
Workman's comp. You don't see this.
I'm working for him.
Because I'm lifting all of it.
Whatever.
I had the heavy in.
Scotty's jealous because I'm stronger than he is.
He's jealous because he ain't got no wood like me.
But don't you agree? I mean, if we get those helper springs out of the way, well, at least we can grind them catches off, and then.
Well, if you want to do that, we're just taking cut the U-bolts. But I don't really know. I've never cut a leaf spring with a plasma cutter. I'm saying it'll cut it, but
I'm just a guy with a What is this thing? This is a good question for the audience.
All right, guys, got a quick question for you. What is this contraption? Because it has something to do with the brakes. If y'all know what that is, let me know. Because I don't know. Neither one of us know. Scotty's the old Chevy expert, and he doesn't even know. When you're doing things like this, make sure you don't do like I just did and look at the arc. It's hard on your ass. So what we're doing now is we've got the axle knocked out of it, because it's like right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. We're notching the frame, and the reason we're notching the frame on it is because when the truck goes down, we need clearance for the axle to kind of give it that bounce, like for suspension travel. So we're getting all that done. So our goal today is really to get the notches in, maybe weld them in, and kind of see where that goes. And I'll be honest with you, this kit didn't come with any instructions, so we're just kind of like making it up. They come with a bunch of bolts. Just so you know, we're going to weld them because the steel on a frame is super tough. When it's murdered to bolt them in. So we're going to weld them in. We're just going to be lazy and weld them in. We might put a couple of bolts in it, maybe. Scotty said he really wanted to weld on the frame, so or bolt drill on the frame. So that's kind of where we're at, and I'm going to put in. Just kind of give me an update. So quick update, we have the notches in the frame notched, ones that Scotty's working on now, and we're getting those tacked in. Kind of the plan for the rest of the day is to basically get those tacked in on both sides and then get the suspension and axle back up underneath of it, where when I'm not here, so Scotty wants to come over and work on it, he should be able to wrap her up without me. So that's kind of the plan for the day. All right, so the day has been a day. We didn't have it too long of a day. My truck broke down, my low radius 10. It decided it had a lifter or a rod that decided to leave the chat. So that happened. But on the truck, this is what we got done today, guys. We got the C-notch all put in. We've got the axle flip kit pretty much done. And that's about it. I will tell you, if you buy a switch flip kit, there is no instructions. But anyway, that's what we got for the day. Scotty's going to do some welding and get the rest of this kind of put in the next couple of days, and then we'll probably come back one day next week or the week after.
So after all the suspension work we knocked out in March, life kind of took over. We were camping, we're working, shooting other videos, and just busy. The truck wasn't always in front of the camera. A lot of people think projects stall because something goes wrong, but honestly, this one's just taking longer because I've been stretched thin. That's real life. The truck itself was about where I thought it would be, only a few unexpected trouble spots, nothing major. But the bodywork, that still turned into a lot more hours than we wanted. Sanding, blocking, filling, priming, sanding again over and over and over. The good news is, it's done, and it turned out great. I'm glad we took the time to do it right, even if it dragged out the timeline. You'll see more of that in a future video, but for now, here's a quick version of everything that happened between March and August. As you can see, when I bought this truck back in August of 24, she was not a cream puff. Matter of fact, this truck come from a roofing company out of Ohio. And so it was full of quite a bit. It had rust in it, and it was rust that I expected, cab corners, rockers. But, the floor plans are good. The doors were good and straight. Honestly, it's a truck from the 80s, and it's kind of what you expect with these old trucks. Once we got into the frame was about what we expected. Notching the frame wasn't as big of a job as we thought. It was just pretty time consuming. I think the thing that was probably most time consuming was when we started putting in this frame boxing kit to help this truck drive better. Once we got it done, we kind of moved on to the hitch, got the hitch put in, got it all mocked up, welded in. It's in there like it's supposed to be now. Kind of had the framework done. Then we went to the cab. We stripped the cab, sandblasted the cab. The roof on this truck was rough. The roof was a lot of work. Once that was done, we got everything in it, got the metal work done, then we went to the body work and got everything filled, primed, and sanded. Got the new doors on it from the Suburban that I showed you guys in a video a while back. Got the doors off the Suburban on the truck and got them lined up, fit great. We finally got the bed set on it. Now this bed is not the bed we're going to use. I have looked high and low for a good bed for an 80s Squarebody dually. They don't exist, and if they do exist, they want more than I paid for the truck for them. So anyway, we got that put on. Kind of got that messed with, and then we started picking paint colors. We sprayed out some paint chips, decided on the blue, got the dash painted the firewall, got all the door jambs painted the inside of the doors. All that's done. Got the frame painted black. Looks nice and neat and clean, and it's kind of finally coming along. So we did end up shaving the firewall to put in a vintage air just so I'd have more room for additional compression if I need it. Got that done. Got the motor in it, transmission set in it. Got the motor all cleaned up and looking shiny and pretty, and yes, that is Chevrolet orange on a Cummins. You're welcome. But here is what we refer to in modern times is a unicorn, and this is Scotty pushing a broom. Now, I will not tell you what he said to me when I took that picture, but it wasn't family friendly. All right, so I'm gonna give you an update on the Squarebody. Now, I would like to say that I have been hard at work on this thing, but that's not the case because, as you guys know, we have been busy this year. Kind of gonna show you what we got going on. So me and Scotty are doing a lot of talking about the geometry of this truck. But we've got, I say we, Scotty's got the frame pretty much all boxed in. We've got the metal for the gooseneck hitch. That's all done. Or here, I said done. And then the worst part of this truck, honestly guys, is like, this cab was pretty rough. We got all the cab corners replaced. The cab's all stripped down on the inside. And then we have, I keep saying we like I've done something.
Got a mouse in your pocket or something.
All this is all undermounted, spray and bed liner, and then we got firewalls done, and then we shaved the firewall and put in the plate for the vintage air. A lot of discussion today about when we think it would be done, and I'm not going to tell you. Honestly, we don't know.
I know when it's going to be done.
When's it going to be done?
It'll be done when it's done.
He keeps saying, oh, I don't have much going on. And I'm like, there's a truck, there's a truck, there's a truck in that barn up there. All right, here comes the big day. We are going to put the bed on the truck. Guys, I got to go over here and get this bed picked up. Me and Scotty going to set her down there and see what it looks like. Having a technical difficulty. Be right back. It needs a little body work. A little whoosh, and a little whoosh, and a little shh. And it'll be good. It is a minute away from being done. I was hoping to have it at one of our meetups, like the October meetup in Kentucky, but that's not happening. So it's just, you'll just have to see the later date. So I've been working on this truck for a while.
when I say me, Scotty and I have been working on this truck, it's mainly Scotty. But we've got the engine done and the transmission done. I'll show you this. It's a mess in here. This is kind of the catch-all shop because I'm working in the buddy shop. So this is the motor going in the truck. So this is all put together. It's all redone, nice and pretty. You don't see many Cumminses that look like this, especially old 12 valves. Some of you are going to say, well, why are you putting a Dodge motor in a Chevy truck? Well, let's be honest. It's not a Dodge motor. It's actually, if you want to get down to it, it's a tractor motor. It's an International Harvester motor. Built by Cummins. And actually, Cummins didn't build it. Cummins bought it. And then they put their label on it. This is my soon to be awesome, still a lot of work to be done, new tow rig. So, done a lot of work to it. So all the body work on the cab is done. You got to get the bed done. That's all still in process. So we built the straps is because we're going to take the bed back off, but we built the riser for the gooseneck so we can pull our fifth wheel. I still got to get a ball with a 2-inch riser off that so it makes weight or makes height. But yeah, this is the deal, man. We've lowered it 7 inches in the back, 5 inches in the front. Going to be a blue color. We're not going to be doing a ton of work on this thing today. We're going to show you, oh, I'll show you this too. It's really cool. To make these trucks drive better, we boxed this whole frame front to back. One of the issues with these old trucks is the frame they kind of, as you guys know, in the RV industry, they flex. They're made to flex. And because we're dropping a 1,100 pound engine in it versus a 600 pound big block that would come in these trucks, we boxed the frame up. All new steering components, steering box, ball joints, brakes, wheel bearings, you name it. We've done it so far. So anyway, going back to the plan is today is we're going to pull that bed off that truck. And then I got a box from E-Trailer that we got to figure out. All right, so I'm on the hubcap, distributor cap, engine puller, and used to be valve cover table. I don't know where all the valve covers went. This thing used to be covered with valve covers. So I ordered this on E-Trailer, and for one particular reason, I did not want necessarily a on my other truck, on the Chevrolet, I had a wireless compressor, but I wanted to run a tank on this particular rig for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to be able to use an air hose off this truck because the tires, wheels and tires, which are coming, which you guys will see, they're pretty cool, but I want to be able to air them up based off that. So this is really what I was trying to get out of this kit today, but I'll show you what else I want to go on. So I think what I'm going to do is this truck has a gauge on it. My Chevrolet has a ashtray, so I'm going to take this, we're going to cut this down and put one switch and this in the ashtray and probably do away with the second switch because I don't think I need it. So I'll just put a cap on this. And I don't think I have room. But if I do have room, I might have something pretty cool for this that I'm not going to tell you about. So that's pretty neat. And then this is the actual air compressor. So this guy has to be mounted somewhere under the truck. We got to figure that out. Comes with an air hose and a bag for your air hose, air line. Ooh, and an air chuck. Well, that's fancy. And then a whole bunch of doodads, fittings. So this was the kit I actually wanted, mainly because I did not want the bags. And most of these kits, when you order them, come with airbags. So I didn't want a kit with airbags because of the switch kit, suspension kit, where we flipped the axle on that truck. Came with airbags. I ordered the kit for that actual C-notch, and I'll show that to you in a little bit. The big thing to figure out is where that air compressor is going to go, where this air tank is going to go. So we need to figure out where we're putting those. Probably require some welding and get some brackets on. Then that truck, or actually I think today going to take the bed back off of it. I'll show you guys all that, and then figure out the fuel tanks, and then I gotta go. I think I'm gonna go after that. So because we're getting ready to go to Hershey, and I have some work to get done today. So yeah, we have all that going. So big thanks to E-Trailer for sending me that air pressure kit, and Scotty's doing some painting. So I'll probably show you that here in a minute. Well, we've gotten distracted, and mainly because I'm going to be gone to Hershey next week, and we're trying to figure out what colors to paint the truck. These are the valve covers off that 12 valve, so I kind of like that bright white. But Scotty's got this one over here. He's got a different ideal for this one, so he's mixing up paint for that one. And, you know, to me, this is like the hardest part of all these projects is picking up paint colors. And so we've got this one here, which this is a, we got to clear these in a minute to make them shiny, but
and this one's been cleared. But this is a 55 Chevy white. That's a beige white. He said not to be difficult, but what about a gunmetal against that blue? And so now we're on
gunmetal time.
It's gunmetal time. So let's set this camera down and we'll shoot that and let y'all see it kind of come to life. Don't be right.
Huh?
Don't be right. I really like that color anyway. That color is hard not to like.
It is.
We're distracted at this point, picking colors, and I like this real gunmetal gray. This is actually the color of my 69 C10 anyway, and so I hate you, Scotty.
You love to hate me.
No, I just hate you.
Okay.
He's making to me, I mean, this is like the worst part of the whole deal is like picking out his colors. Bah. I really like that blue and gray, but I almost feel like the whole truck would be too dark. That's a lot of real estate.
Well, butterfly lands in one of them. Whatever the butterfly lands on,
That's it?
that's the sign.
All right. There's one flying around over here.
I know.
I think the blue and gray for me is because it's got the metallic in both. We'll be back.
Alright, that brings us up to speed. Suspension work done, months of progress squeezed in between everything else I had going on, and the body work is finally finished. And now the compressor is mounted and waiting on the rest of the system. The truth is, this build is definitely taking longer than I wanted, but I've been busy and that's just how it goes sometimes. The truck itself is about what we expected, and now that we're playing with paint chips, I can finally see where this thing is headed. We're still a few months out from calling it done, but we're getting there. Stick around, the fun part is finally starting. I appreciate you watching and we'll see you in the next video.